Okay. Hi, it's me again. I'm often asked all sorts of questions about snakes. Amongst other things, you know, someone would watch me handling this little baby and would ask, well, how venomous is it? This is a completely harmless brown house snake, Lamprophis capensis. Now, these snakes are common over most of Africa, at least most of Central Africa where we are now, as well as down south. And they're, as you can see, quite a gentle snake. This one is almost fully grown. She's a female, and they are, amongst other things, excellent controllers of rats and mice, rodents. Now, snakes across the planet control a large percentage of rodent populations, and as we know, rodents are very destructive animals. They eat our grain, they eat our crops, they eat the wiring in our cars, they eat the wiring in our houses, they carry diseases, and snakes control that type of animal because they are a food source. As you can see with this one, the versions of this type of snake in Zambia tend to be very dark like this, and down south they have on either side of their heads a double very light line going through the eye line from the end of the snout about an eighth of the way along the body. But these are a gentle snake. They tend to be very popular pets for children in places like South Africa because they're easy to feed, they're easy to keep, and they do very well in captivity. Now, just like our python, they are a constrictor. They have no venom apparatus, they have no venom fangs, but they do have a few very sharp teeth, which are what we call sharp and recurved. The other thing that happens with this type of snake, as with many others that are this color, people assume that when they see a dark snake like this, and I'll put it on the ground so you can't see the underbelly, you can just see the snake, they assume because it's such a dark color that it's a black mamba. And as you can see, it's obviously not a black mamba, but what it is a nocturnal snake. These snakes are active at night time. Here you can see the beautiful sheen on this snake now the sun has come out. It's got like a blue glossy sheen. Very shiny snake. Now, this one was captured while it was actually mating with a male. So in a few months' time she may lay some eggs and they will hatch about 60 or 70 days later. At least hopefully most of them will hatch. You can also see constantly, those of you who haven't seen this before, because the camera is nice and close up, if you can see the tongue keeps on flicking in and out. And many of our African counterparts believe that there's something sinister about the tongue, and they seem to be more scared of the tongue than anything else. All the snake is doing is smelling the air, because the snake's olfactory organ or smelling organ is in the roof of its mouth, and it's called the Jacobson's organ, where the scent particles on the tongue are deposited into the Jacobson organ, then the signals go to the brain, and the snake interprets the smell as being food or not food or some form of a threat. Those of you who are African brothers and sisters, you may also be thinking something that many Africans say, that snakes do not bite white people and that's why it's not biting me. That is absolutely not true. I was bitten by a snake last week, also a harmless snake. Bear in mind that a snake only has its mouth to defend itself, nothing else. And it will use its mouth. Now, a snake this size maybe might break the skin if she decides to bite me, but I'm being very gentle with her and allowing her to move and not restricting her so she's not panicking or anything like that. There's really a nice snake. Some of you may also be thinking this snake is very shiny, so it must be awfully slimy. Snakes are not slimy, they're dry. The skin is dry. At this time of the year, in wet season, there are plenty of them about, especially the newborn ones. Lots of them. So if you can handle them being on your property or in your garden, just bear in mind that they're good controllers of rats and mice. If they're in your shed, it's because there are rats and mice there. If they're in any part of your garden where there may be debris, piles of bricks, piles of wood and things like that, piles of leaves, those are breeding grounds for rats and mice, and they will attract the snake, being a food source. I'm going to let this one go now, and she'll be on her way. What she will do now is, because she's a nocturnal snake, she will seek a place to hide out for the rest of the day and then come out tonight and probably go and hunt for some form of food. Just say when. Alright. Hi. It's me again. Please go that side.
Before is it okay if I put it this way? If I put it this way so that I can have you complete? If I put it this way, it won't be a problem to me.
It will, because I'm not going to be able to turn.
Oh, okay.